Hey friends, what's up? I wanted to hop on here real quick and share with you guys something that happened today. So today, a group of my camp friends and I threw our friend Christopher a surprise going away party since he is moving to Fayetteville in just a couple of days. So it was super fun day, so much fun. Had a great time. I ended up leaving the party a little bit late to get home on time, and so I was kind of stressed about that, just because I'd already gotten home late one night earlier this week, and so just kind of, not worried that I was gonna get in big trouble, but I just wanted to, keep my word, respect my mom, whatever. And so I was like kind of anxious that I was gonna get home late, and so I was like rushing, like trying to get my friend home, trying to get Christopher home on time, stuff like that. And as I left his house, my mom texted me and she was like, "Hey, where are you?" Because I was supposed to be home in like 20 minutes and I was still in Little Rock, which is an hour away. And so I just texted her and was like, "Hey, I just dropped off Christopher, I'll be there soon." And she was like, "Okay, that's fine, whatever." Like, she wasn't angry at all. But in my head, I tend to be super hard on myself, and so I had set this bar like, okay, I have to be home at this time, even though my mom didn't say I had to be home at this time. She just said I needed to be home early. And so I set this, and when I didn't meet that goal, I like just started beating myself up about it, and like just got in my head that I had already messed up, like everybody was gonna be mad at me. And so as I was driving, I just like was replaying that over my head, like I messed up, I'm late, and just like letting those lies consume me. And while I was driving, I like missed a few of the turns I was supposed to take, and like ended up taking like the longest way out of my friend's neighborhood that I could have possibly found. And so I finally got out, and I realized I had no idea where I was going. I was like, I'm starving, I need food, I need Chick-fil-A, I need something. And so I pulled over in a parking lot, and as I'm pulling in to get into a parking spot, I run right over a curb. It wasn't like, oh, my back wheel hit it. It was like my front wheel hit it, my back wheel hit it, my bumper like slammed down on it. Like, it sounded awful. I hit my head on the side of the window. Like, it was fine. It was just, that sounds super dramatic, but it was like I could have missed the curb. Like, I could have pulled out 2 feet further and I would have been fine. But I didn't, and so it just like, it knocked me around, and I pulled into a parking spot right there, and I was like so furious with myself. Like, I was about to start crying. I was upset, and just replaying these lies of, okay, I can't even get out of a neighborhood, I can't follow the maps on my phone, I can't drive into a parking lot, I can't get home on time, and just like all of this stuff, along with the emotion of one of my really good friends moving away. And so it was like all this stuff I just felt like was being thrown at me. And so I just sat in my car, I found the nearest Chick-fil-A, and I just started praying. I was like, okay, God, why am I doing this? Like, what is the purpose of me beating myself up over this? And so I started thinking, I was like, okay, God, like, what's good? What is good in this moment right now? I was like, I'm safe. I'm not hurt because I hit the curb. My car's fine. My car's still running. I got to spend an incredible afternoon with one of my very best friends, with a ton of my really good friends. I got to see people that I hadn't seen in months. I got to say goodbye to Christopher. We surprised him really well. I'm not sick. I'm breathing, and I'm living, and I'm healthy, and I'm fine. I'm able to drive, an hour and a half to surprise my friends. I have all these things that I'm able to do. And so as I started listing off all of these things that are good, I found myself being more and more okay with the place that I was in. And the more I kept praying about this, and the more I kept thinking about this, is we have things every single day that aren't going to be what we want to happen, whether that be hitting a curb or being late or, not getting, dinner or whatever it is. Like, we're always going to have these things being thrown at us, from Satan, obviously. that we can either choose to believe and dwell on, or we can, weigh it out with everything else that's good. A verse that just keeps coming to mind is in Romans. God says he's working everything out for our good. And I think that's something that it's so easy to forget when, we're running late, we didn't get dinner, we're having to say goodbye to a friend, we're hitting the curb, we're tearing up our car, like all of these things. But combat that with something good, and he's working it out for our good and his glory. So I just want to encourage you guys with that, to every single day, whether it's like, I'm getting stressed out, or wow, everything's going great, to just stop and simply start naming things that are good. And that could be, for me, the first thing that I name off every single day as soon as I wake up is, I woke up this morning. And that in and of itself is enough of a reason to have a good day. So I just want to encourage you guys to be able to stop and to just list off ways that he's good, ways that he's working things out for your good and for his glory. So I'm praying that y'all are able to do this, and that you are able to see the fruit that comes from being able to do this. Love you guys. Bye.